Hello, my name is Matthew,
And my name's Andy.
My name is Tushant.
and today we will be talking about the TikTok algorithm and how it promotes misinformation. It does this because it is, and like many other short-form media platforms, it just focuses on small videos, things that will just grab your attention and pull you into an echo chamber, really. If you think back to 2023, around COVID, a lot of medical misinformation about the vaccine, about COVID-19 as a whole, it was just all going around. What do you think, Shushan? Is there anything recent that you can think of or anything relating?
I think you brought up COVID, and I very much agree. I remember around that 2023 period, there were a lot of people saying some crazy stuff like the masks will make you more sick. Just a lot of random nonsense to capture your attention. I think the real issue is that platforms like TikTok are mainly meant for entertainment, but they're taken seriously like real news sources, and I think that leads to this unfortunate contrast where people are more likely to just believe random misinformation because it's entertaining. Andy, what do you think? You see, I don't really use social media that much, so what are some examples you can think of?
I would also agree with that because, like you said, TikTok is short and engaging, and you gotta understand people use it as a job. So people want you to click their videos. People want you to, in the first 2 seconds, get hooked and watch the entire minute video so that they get paid. But as you said, for example, I think recently probably the most prominent example of misinformation that I've seen across my feed personally, since I am on TikTok quite a lot, are the Epstein files. Because as you know, there are millions, as they've told us, millions of files that have been released. And a lot of it is censored, a lot of it is redacted, and yet people aren't going to go through everything, but from what they do see, people want to make it interesting. People want to tell people what are in the files, so they make it interesting.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not true, sometimes it is.
I see. I got a quick question for you. Do you think the misinformation on the internet is economically motivated, socially motivated, or a combination of the two?
I don't think I have an answer for that right now.
It's a tough topic.
I think that it's a combination because for economically motivated, you have influencers on TikTok who their job is to make engaging content. If they don't hook you, they don't make money. But then it's also socially motivated because people get talking about this. They can build friends over bonding, over believing in like conspiracy theories, or not. It doesn't have to be conspiracy theory. It can be anything. And believing the same thing, it brings people together. I mean, what do you think? I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah, I would agree. I do think it's a bit of both. When I'm looking at like the modern landscape, I think economic is where it's leaning towards, at least from what I'm seeing. Again, I'm not on social media.
I kind of agree with you there.
Yeah. So I do think it's more so economically motivated. But in terms of ways we could fix this issue, it's kind of difficult, isn't it? If it is economically leaning, but what we would need to do is to stop monetizing misinformation, which is tough to figure out because, for example, on Twitter, or I think X it's called now, you get paid on engagement. So for every click of the post, you get a few cents or something, right? That entire model would have to be fixed. It would have to be completely overhauled and changed. So overall, it's kind of a tough topic to fix, although it is a problem we need to address.
But I do have something to add about that. If you guys have ever seen or heard any YouTubers explain how monetization works on that platform, it can get flagged pretty easily when you talk about topics or things they shouldn't talk about, and doing so, they lose all monetization on the videos. However, with TikTok, the monetization I don't believe is as strict, and that leads to these short form, hyper engaging short form videos that cause people to output so much and so quick. If that makes sense.
I see. I understand what you mean, but there is a concern with free speech there.
Yeah.
Overall, I think this is a difficult subject to tackle. We would like to see less information being spread, but we just have to sort of brainstorm these sorts of solutions.
It's so hard to tackle stuff like this.
Of course, it's a societal level issue. It's kind of tough to do on an individual level. All right, thank you for your time, and we appreciate your engagement.
Yes, thank you. Have a good day.